And then I feel like another just really popular one recently, and my friend sort of compared it to Brandy Melville, is Glowny, because they've been like really popping off their like basics and like all of that.
It felt like bigger brands and more different brands, whereas now it's definitely more local, and it's not necessarily a bad thing either, because those were a lot of foreign brands.
Tin Kim hat. Everyone's got that hat, and then I was like, oh, let me just say, it must be
Yeah.
I was thinking about, listen, I'm so South London, I was thinking about going and robbing someone's hat. I was looking at this girl on the trail, I was like, you don't need that hat.
They're obviously like for, I splurged on my Marsha one because it's like expensive. Like,
But you can ask him how it's going to be.
no.
No,
Oh my God, no.
Hi and welcome to Wildin in Seoul.
I'm your host. Okay, we're gonna get it. Hi, welcome back to Wildin and Seoul. I'm your host, Sharia.
I'm your host, Ryan.
And this is a show where we tell you everything.
I pointed to
And this is a show where we talk about everything there is to know about living in Korea and having a good time.
Wildin, quite literally.
Yeah.
And today we are joined by...
Jeannie?
Cindy.
Please tell us where you're from, what do you do, who you are, how you got in here,
National insurance number.
if you don't mind.
Today we'll be analyzing a recent trend emerging amongst South Korean youths. Tell me what that trend is, Ryan.
So we're going to be talking about fashion and makeup in Korea.
So what do you guys think about Korean fashion?
I think they are really fast.
Fast.
Yeah.
Like changing.
Yeah, in changing. Yeah, they tend to follow trend a lot.
I think that as well, but sometimes I feel like, do you not think when they find a colour or a style,
Yeah.
that colour or style is going to be everywhere?
Yeah,
and it's going to be
everywhere.
there for a while. That green... the green, you know?
My friend's obsessed with that green.
I find that in Korea, when there's a certain trend of like a shoe or a clothing item or a colour, every store will have it, which isn't a problem. The green thing that I'm talking about in particular is this, like, I don't want to call it a forest green. It's a bit lighter.
Chartreuse?
Yeah, it's like, it's nice. It's a nice green because green's my favourite colour, but it's just like every jumper, every t-shirt, every cardigan is this green, and it's a really nice green, but it's just been everywhere. And my friends and I are actually trying to predict what the next colour is going to be, but like it's like once that kind of colour is trending, everyone kind of got it.
So let's talk about maybe just shopping in Korea for those who might be at home, who've never done it before, because I feel like shopping in Korea is a big thing. What's it like for you guys? Like, tell people what's it like shopping.
Are you an online shopper or an in-person shopper?
In person, 100% for like fast fashion stuff.
Wow.
Because like you can't guarantee anything online. I bought stuff online, and I will say this.
I think that's the fun of online shopping.
The surprise.
I don't like the Russian roulette. I don't enjoy it.
Well, also the issue is Koreans like return policy. It's not like the US, where you can just return everything and it's like
really?
zero hassle and everything. Korea is just so much more complicated. I think it's just Asia in general, not really just Korea, but
It's true. Like if you buy something online, there's one online, the biggest online retailer. I describe it to my mum as like the Korean version of ASOS. It's called Mushinsa.
Oh, yeah.
And I use Mushinsa quite a lot, but you have to be really careful because, like, obviously every brand has got a different. It's not like ASOS in the sense where ASOS sell it and ASOS ship it, and ASOS has the discount code or whatever. But it's like you buy from a specific brand that might be in the Mushinsa online store, and every brand has like a different policy of return or what they will take and what they won't take. And sometimes, like, you'll buy something and then like they charge like quite a bit to return it. Like, I mean, it's not like a lot, but 5,000 won to return it, and I'm like, I didn't even want it. Why am I paying for it? Like, it kind of seems a bit wild to me, but
So I just wear it. I'm like,
you're just
You just take the L.
she just takes the L
I do
queen.
that too. I just take the L. Like, it is what it is. I'll never return anything.
Oh really?
Unless it's like on Coupang, which is like Korean Amazon, because literally all you have to do is put the package outside your door.
Oh,
But
true.
same thing with Mushinsa, they will have the person come pick it up. You can like request it online, whether you want to like directly take it to the post office and ship it yourself,
Oh, really?
or somebody can come pick it up for you.
Oh, I didn't know that because I never return it.
She's like, that sounds like a you problem. I'm going to go out in that ill-fitting dress.
You just gotta take the risk. I feel like when people come to Korea, they get really excited about shopping because there's so many like videos and TikToks. People talk about shopping in Korea. After living here for a few years, it's less exciting to me, obviously, but especially because it doesn't feel like you're getting much of a deal anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
when you're on a Western salary, yes.
Yes.
Like, that's for us anyway, coming from a Western, like where the gross that you're earning is a lot more and that you would expect to pay a lot more for said item.
Yes, that's true. But also like the quality. I became very
gonna say the same
mystified once I put something in the wash and I'm like, oh, never mind. Or like, you know, those cheap bags that were like, they used to be manwon. I don't know how much they are now, but cheap plastic bags that you're like, oh, $10 for this purse. Then you wear it for like a month and you're like, never mind.
$10 for this purse.
The $10 is showing.
So sometimes they'll even give you those bags to put bag over your head. But
I'm gonna kidnap.
sometimes they say like you can't try white t-shirts on
I've
and
seen
white
that,
vests. I mean, I've asked to try things like that on because I need to, but they've said no, and I'm very visibly not wearing makeup. I think that's why, in a sense, online shopping can be easier here, but like in-person shopping is. Like it's a necessity. Like I need to know if the clothes fit before I commit to it. But like.
But you can estimate how it's gonna be looking.
No.
No,
Oh my God, no.
You can like print cards on your like the mirrors, and then you can expect how it's gonna be.
No.
That is
100% no.
Because I'm not built like them.
Wearing so much clothes, like how can you not expect like what's coming?
Well, no, because the thing is the cut's different. So even if it hangs the same on the hanger, right, it looks different when you put it on because whether your shoulder and then like how much it like, for example, like
Constricts.
Yeah, actually that's true.
It's like the fit.
I only try like when it comes to jeans, but then tops I just like buy whatever.
Do you see? But the thing is, I think that's as well. Like, I feel like you're quite the standard Korean size. Like, if I went into a men's store and tried on one of their t-shirts, listen, the sleeves would be here. I'm quite a lot bigger than the average Korean man, or like the average Asian man in general. Like, even just walking down the street, the like height difference and everything alone. And also, even for Europe, I have very long arms. Like, when I buy clothes in, like, this is supposed to go to there. I bought this on ASOS. So it's like, I have like orangutan arms. Also, the thing of looking at it on the rack and then putting it up against your body, and then when you actually put it on, put it in the mirror, and I'm like, yeah, I think this is really, and then I put it on in the fitting room and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like,
yeah.
Who was that for? Who was that meant for?
Yeah, but like, aren't the lights supposed to, like, isn't there something about consumerism that
They're supposed to make you want to buy it.
Yeah,
just like the mirrors, they make you look skinnier.
Fake mirror.
Yeah, exactly. I come out those changing room mirrors sometimes feeling worse. I'm like, I thought you're supposed to make me look skinny and healthy.
I try it, I'm like,
is that me? I will say, like, even plus size stores in Korea, like, the cuts are different still. Like, I would I put something on that's my size, but then like there's more space here, but less space here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Because people don't realize you carry your body weight in different places.
Yes.
Because like, you know, like there's lots of people like they'll be my friends, Korean friends, will be like, we're the same size. I'll be like, no, Tommy.
Tommy?
No, like one of my friends. I'm like, you and my legs, they're different.
Yeah.
Like he'll be like, our legs are the same length. They're different. they're different. They're different because you can get those jeans past your thighs. They've not gone past my kneecaps.
There's more like common shapes, I think, that you would find in Korea. So of course, stores are going to cater to those shapes more than like the ones that you'll find from a Western demographic. So that's something that you always have to be aware of when shopping in Korea as a foreigner.
And that's something that doesn't happen so much in the West. But because lots of people can tend to, their silhouette is similar, even if they're a bit bigger, not bigger in that sense, but like maybe there's two Korean women and one's broader than the other, they will still manage to fit into the same top and it looks remotely similar. In the West it's kind of a bit different, your body carries it differently because I feel like even if maybe one girl's got bigger boobs and one girl's got smaller boobs, it still won't look as predominantly different, if that makes sense. There's like, when I go out shopping with some of my friends, there'll be like a skirt, and it'll have safety shorts built into the skirt, and their butts will still be hanging out. It's like, it's not very safe.
Yeah. For me, that kinds of brands when I was in US was Brandy Marble.
Yeah, exactly. And but also maybe they're manufacturing them in the same places and just selling them in the different stores. That's why you end up tending to be able to buy things at the same kind of store. You'll see one skirt and you can go and buy it in another store, or this, that, and the other. There are some stores though that do have like cater to different tastes, because I feel like lots of people, it's quite weird in my opinion, lots of people dress like their hobbies or their jobs. And it's not even like a bad thing, but it's like if someone's a dancer, you can tell. You can tell, and it's because they have this idea of what a dancer should look like. And not even just that, you can tell what kind of dancer they are. Because you look at someone and they might have like a flat cap on, baggy jeans and everything. I'm like, yeah. I know exactly what you are.
You can't even expect the genres.
Yeah, like the genre of it. I'm like, it's like you like a bit more old school locking, and then you see like a whacker, and I can always tell the girls that do Vogue. I can always tell walking down the street, they look delicious. They walk down with their little makeup, and they've got. It's like it tends to be tighter fitting things, like low rise, these kinds of things, like very feminine serve, like, and also you can tell with things like their nails, they'll have like the nails done, the makeup will be done a certain way.
Very clean cut.
But even like people that like skateboarding, they'll dress like skaters, have this idea of this is what my job should look like, and you dress, but people say that you dress for the job that you want, or that you dress for the job that you, and then it works, you manifest it into reality.
I feel like it's also the other way around, because like for example, they might dress that way because their job, like they need to move a certain way or do certain things.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. No, that's true in the sense as well. But I mean, even sometimes I see that off work. Like if I go to the.
Well, you can even look at students, for example, like university students. You'll see them wear like the, I don't know, like the grungy outfit, and you know they're in a band. Like those types. Like even though it's not their job yet, they're still like dressed up in their look. And I think it's also like a very Gen Z thing, because like on TikTok you'll see a lot of younger people classify everything.
The aesthetics.
All the different the aesthetics. But
they were the core.
Like the cores.
Like one of the most recent things, like ballet core.
Or coquette, because all the ribbons and everything.
And like people are very serious about it. Like the girlies that are about to do it, they're about to do it. Those ribbons.
Especially when you go out Seoul, you see so many like bunch of the girls like wearing the same outfits, same ribbons, same colors.
I think because Seongsu is like a hip area. I feel like lots of things start in Seongsu. Seongsu, like everyone that goes to Seongsu always says that they feel like some version of where they come from has a Seongsu. Like in London, I feel like it's like a Brick Lane-y area. Even I took my mum there, and my mum was like, "Wow, this is just like Korean Brick Lane," and I was like, and it is, because it's like the cafes and everything. Everything's very trendy there. It's all very Instagrammable, and so you tend to find like the hot girls, the hot guys there, and like everyone's a bit more edgy.
Seongsu used to be like shoe factory, shoe cobblers, and then slowly it kind of became like gentrified into like cafes and cute stores and Instagram.
But I feel like
the Dior store.
Seongsu also has like, what's it called? All the like brands. You know, they have all of their stores there, like Stand Oil, Soy, like Sam. Like they had the pop up there and like everything.
Always a pop up. Home of the pop up.
Yeah, they kind of popped off.
Literally, if you're bored one day, you go to Seongsu, you find yourself a pop up.
And also, what's it called? Seoul Fashion Week this year. They're also doing this. In Seongsu as well.
Seoul Fashion Week. It takes place at Dongdaemun
Design
Plaza, which is this very like interesting architectural place in Seoul. And inside, there's like the areas where the fashion shows are happening, but outside, people are usually just hanging out, taking photos, and checking out some of the installations that might be there for Fashion Week. And that's kind of turned it into like this big attraction every few months. So like for every season, every year, like Seoul Fashion Week gets bigger and bigger with like more people caring about it. And it's been really interesting to see throughout the years. But what about you, Ryan?
Yeah, the first time when I first moved to Seoul, because also as well, like most of our friends go, and you actually tend to find like you make a lot of friends there, foreign friends especially. Lots of the foreigners go there because lots of photographers are there, and they might not necessarily be like big time photographers there. Lots of them are actually just doing it as a hobby and trying to get more into it. And then you can meet them and contact them, and then you do like collaborative shoots. So you need some photos, they need some photos, and you can kind of meet with them, and you get really nice portfolio photos, because lots of people think, oh, these amateurs, why would they take my photo and everything? But people are just, you know, fucking hell, we weren't born walking, you have to learn. Like, so, you know, people are trying their best to do things like that, and you end up meeting some really nice people, and some people go really like all in with their outfits and stuff. Like, I've got one friend and she makes her outfit every time. Sometimes it's like 5 days on the trot. I was like, babe, no, I'm not doing that. Whatever jeans I've got that are clean, we're not gonna be wearing. Like,
I think the first time I went was quite a few years ago, and I was an intern at like a magazine. So I was like running around backstage, taking photos of models, and then like going to the front before the show starts to like interview people, and then I would sit and watch the shows. And if I would compare it, like, I feel like the shows back then, maybe the brands were, it felt like bigger brands and more different brands, whereas now it's definitely more local. And it's not necessarily a bad thing either, because those were a lot of foreign brands, and now I feel like it's like we're more focused on the Korean brands.
Internally,
yeah, there's definitely an internal shift.
Actually, lots of the brands that you see now, they might not be massive brands, but they are brands that you can actually buy in stores, like basically anywhere that you can go to kind of shop. Even if they're on the higher price point or stuff, they're still brands that you see the runway, and then you go into a store a couple of weeks, months later, and you're like, oh, that was on the Fashion Week runway. Also as well, you randomly, like, there'll be random idols or celebrities that are invited to the show, and then like the first show, the first and last that I've ever gone to watch, I was sat there, and then they were like, the show's ended. I was like, right, well, I'm going then. And as I was walking off, I was like stampeded by people to see Chani, I think his name is, from The Boys. And like, he was just there, like standing there, security like like everyone was like, oh my god, and he was just like.
I got in a mob. I got mobbed with NCT fans. So like, during my internship, I was like going up to the members of the audience, and we had to like wait for them to sit down, like the celebrities, and then you'd like be like, oh, please look at my camera, and you'd ask them questions and talk to them and stuff. So I was waiting for the members of NCT. I don't remember exactly who it was. I think Taeyong was one of them, maybe Johnny and someone else. And so I'm like literally right in front of their chairs. I'm like, okay, let's get to go. It's the last show of the day. They come, and there were no fans. There were no fans allowed. You had to have a ticket to be at the show. But 갑자기 8 million of them are like swarming us, and they're attacking us. I have like the video footage, and you just see my camera start like destabilizing, and everything's out of focus. And you just hear, don't touch me, no! And like all this yelling is happening, and then I just say, I give up. And my camera like slowly starts moving and like leaving the area. It was one of the most intense things I ever experienced.
Where did they come from?
That's the question. Where did they come from? Because there were no fans allowed. How did they get in there? It's one of my life mysteries. But moving on, what are some of your favorite Korean brands?
For me, well, I don't buy my favorite brands because they're too expensive.
Okay, so tell us like the ones you buy and the ones you wish you could buy.
Okay, well, I mean, I like Stand Oil in terms of like purses and stuff, or like Mars Sherwood, and then like there are obviously like for I splurged on my Mars Sherwood one because it's like expensive, like 200,000 won for one purse. But
it's gonna last you. That's
yeah. I prefer. Definitely like when I was younger, I think I prefer like just like fast fashion and more like stuff like that. But definitely as I get older, I much rather invest in my pieces.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and then for ones I wish I could buy is I love Man Kim. I love Anderson Bell. And if you go to Visual Aid, I feel like in Hongdae they have like all those brands. And then I feel like another just really popular one recently, and my friend sort of compared it to Brandy Melville, is Glowny, because they've been like really popping off their like basics and like all of that.
They're too expensive, Glowny.
Yeah, they're expensive. Like one basic is like 50.
Listen, when I saw the price, I wanted that Matin Kim hat. Everyone's got that hat, and then I was like, oh, let me just say, it must be
Yeah.
I had a hard time. I was thinking about, listen, I'm so South London, I was thinking about going and robbing someone's hat. I was looking at this girl on the trail. I was like, you don't need that hat.
What kind of life did you live in South London?
Yeah, I'm a very good boy.
I think Kian is overrated, like, to be honest.
I think it is, but I actually quite like. There's something about it that I quite enjoy, like seeing visually.
Yeah.
But then there's something I like about it. What my bank thinks about that is completely different. Me and my financial self, we are two different men.
Agreed.
Your bike is not ready for it.
Yeah.
Store. Well, this is cute, and see the price tag. Not cute.
I only check them out on sales because when
Yeah.
they have sales, it's a little bit better.
Still.
Yeah, I mean, I don't buy them, but you know, you can pretend. You can like imagine.
Get it.
I like going on fruits for that reason. Do you guys know that?
Yeah, like
What-
second-hand.
Yeah, so it's like a secondhand app, but the items are very like just usually they're like well preserved and they're like cool brands, and you can pretty much find anything. It's just very like easy to shop via fruits. So I'm always like, do you have anything from Miu Miu?
Oh my god.
just taking a look. But yeah, like you can find vintage stuff and like cool secondhand stuff. So that's like one of my favorites. All right, so that's all we have for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it.
And if you really enjoyed it, you can send us some questions for the next episode. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever platform. Stop us in the streets. We'll be there. Pen and paper. We'll write down the questions. I'll remember it in my brain. Yeah, join us next time. We'll have some more beautiful guests. Maybe we'll have these guests. Who knows? Because I don't.
Quite literally.
And we'll see you next time. Do you guys want to say bye?
Bye.